hours. Okay.
Check
And
price.
we are live. Here we go. Does it say you're live, Beau?
It does say I'm live.
All right, hey guys, it's PAT here, and me, and look who's back, guys. It's Beau.
Yay, I'm looking up WrestleMania flights that I'm not going to.
Basically, we're just gonna be talking wrestling stuff tonight. I'm a little tired. I had 8 hours of work today.
Uh,
Um, this is the one thing we were talking about before we were on the air. We were talking about Chris Jericho and Sin Cara getting into a backstage fight.
yes, Sin Cara is causing some problems. Let me tell you, fight.
Sin Cara has been apparently causing a lot of problems.
Yeah, so he fought.
Remember a few months ago he got into a fight with Simon Gotch. And I guess he wasn't. I guess Sin Cara wasn't much of a gentleman to Simon Gotch.
He was not. He tried to prove that he was manly. You see. Did you like my?
And I guess that he made Chris Jericho's list.
He did. He made the list. So
You just made the list.
So he's trying to prove he's manly. He's trying to get on the list. I don't know what's happening with old Sin Cara right now. That's bad.
He's a decent wrestler, though. He's a lot better than the original, I think. The original Sin Cara.
Sorry, I was just checking out live.
I think he's better than the old Botch Cara, though.
He is better than the old Botch Cara, who needed. Well, does he? He doesn't do the flippy thing, right, in the ring. I don't think so. Like where he needed the trampoline. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, that
He
was
used the
funny.
trampoline, but
I mean, it's understandable. I couldn't do it, but
I mean, I can't do that jump either.
But at the same time, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, especially when the cameramen botch it and it's like right on camera, and it's like, oh,
Wait,
nice
one
trim.
question: what in the world happened to Kalisto?
I don't know. He's getting
Where's he
like,
been? Like, what's happened? I haven't been watching Raw or SmackDown lately, so because
I
I
would,
just don't have the time. Plus, I don't have cable.
I would say he's out there like Junior Rey Mysterio, like the Rey Mysterio Junior,
Well,
Junior push.
I think
Oh,
Kalisto should go to Raw since the cruiserweight division's on there. I feel like he would shine there.
I think he would too. Maybe they should trade him. I don't know. Maybe for Cesaro, since Cesaro's apparently
Cesaro, yeah, I agree.
just untold. Even though they have the tag team going, of course.
I think honestly, right now, I believe SmackDown is a lot better than Raw.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it has a.
Raw, I believe, has the most star power, though. I feel like they have way more star power,
I don't know about
but
that.
the booking on SmackDown's a lot better. I think that's the thing that really brings SmackDown over the top. They're working really well with what they have, and they don't have a lot. Though they have made stars out of The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. And who would have thought that Dolph Ziggler would be back rebounded after a couple years of, I wouldn't say irrelevancy, but it's Heath Slater. Don't forget Heath Slater.
The master.
Don't forget Heath Slater, man. What he's been, my God. His stuff is, I know it's just comic relief, but it's actually pretty decent.
It is. It's pretty funny actually.
It's
Though I
pretty
have
funny
to.
stuff, and him and Rhino have pretty good chemistry as like a
Mhm.
comedy tag team, much more than Golden Truth, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't know if I can.
Wait a minute. Golden Truth was supposed to be like the good guy tag team out of the Breezango and their feud, but Breezango was like 1,000 times better. That
Tyler Breeze and
that
Fandango are the men. I'll
that
tell you right there.
they they are a good tag. I don't even know if they're still a tag team at this point, but
Yeah, I think they were on main event, if I'm not mistaken, jobbing out to somebody.
oh man,
Yeah, I think they
women's
jobbed.
honestly the women's division's also very good on SmackDown. I mean, what I like about that is that all of them, with the exception of Eva Marie, has something to do currently. I think
Hmm.
because Eva Marie hasn't been on TV since she got suspended. I feel like Raw mainly has the three or four big names in the female division, like not Carmella, Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, and Nia Jax, and then after that, there's basically like nobody.
Yeah, like Alicia Fox. Well,
Dana
no,
Brooke.
actually, Alicia Fox is on SmackDown, I think.
Wait,
I
is
mean,
Lisa
who
on
knows?
SmackDown?
But
I thought she was on Raw.
I don't know. Who cares?
Pretty
But
sure she's on Raw. And then Dana Brooke is on Raw, and then who else? Paige, who's been suspended twice in the last like 3 months.
true.
Who's probably going to be leaving the company if she hasn't if she hasn't yet. I don't. I
That's
think she's still there.
that's like
Other than that, there's like nobody. Summer Rae, who hasn't been on Raw since she got drafted.
that's true. Oh, and I just looked it up on. Let's see, November 2nd. Indeed, Tyler Breeze and Fandango were on WWE Main Event jobbing out. So
Who do they job to?
Slater and Rhino.
Oh, okay then. Whatever.
There you go. Yeah.
Raw has more. I think Raw has more of the wrestling, even though I think even though Shane and Dan O'Brien said, "Oh, we're gonna focus on the wrestling." I mean, they've got Seth Rollins. I mean, they have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Cesaro. Cesaro should be traded to SmackDown. I agree with you completely.
Perhaps.
I think he'd be a lot better on there. I mean, if Dolph Ziggler could get over on SmackDown as one of the top baby faces in the company, then imagine what Cesaro could do.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean,
and Miz, my God, the Miz.
Yeah, he's
this is the best Miz has probably ever been.
I agree.
He's so good.
He is a good heel.
He's a great heel.
I have to say, because it was like, oh, the Miz. Every time I saw him on my screen, it was just like, oh.
I mean, especially during his babyface run, that was dreadful.
Yeah.
I wanted to like it. Let me just say, I wanted to like it, but I couldn't. It was horrible. It started off okay, and then it kind of just like dropped. It was bad. AJ Styles as champion has been good. I think I don't watch a lot of WWE TV with the exception of pay-per-views. So
yeah, same. I've kind of dropped off a little bit just because of work. And
if I had cable, then I would watch it, but I don't. I might start getting a Sling TV, which is like $20 a month, and the package I want to get is $25, and that's the one with USA Network. So. And that's basically the entire reason I want to get it. So I can watch Raw and SmackDown. Well, there's NFL. There's NFL and stuff on there too, but you know.
That's true.
What else is going on? Them turning Seth Rollins babyface in the long run is going to be one of the best decisions they ever made.
You think?
Yeah. It's going to be great.
I mean, everybody always says that he has that Jeff Hardy vibe, but I don't know.
I mean, he was okay. He was a good heel initially. I think he because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's gonna suck as a heel."
Mm-hmm.
For the first year or so of it, it was really good. Up until like a little bit after his title reign began. Then it kind of just fell.
Yeah, it did. I mean,
the title reign wasn't very good.
Partially booking though
was it the worst last year? A lot of people would say yes, but I would not say yes. I believe, like, the WWE title, yeah, it was probably no. I'd say Sheamus. I mean, at least Seth Rollins had great matches. Sure, the storylines weren't all that great, but on pay-per-views he always, and the win-loss record was terrible. It was absolutely dreadful, but he always put on great matches on pay-per-view. It was always a pretty good match, at least in my personal opinion, because he had great matches with John. He had the really good match at SummerSlam with John Cena, which of course was ruined by Jon Stewart. Brock Lesnar was in. That was just Brock Lesnar. He had some great matches with Ambrose during that. He had a decent match with Randy Orton, etc. He tried to get a good match with Kane, but honestly, Kevin Owens' title reign, I haven't seen a lot of. I feel like they're not really focusing on the Universal Championship as much as they should be, considering that it's the world title on Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
when the list gets more over than a championship. Basically, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna pull Vince Russo and say I don't know if Kevin Owens should be champion.
I don't know, man. I love Kevin Owens. He's my favorite wrestler, but maybe pass it on to somebody else
I mean,
eventually.
maybe somebody a little more over is the thing. It's
I
just
mean,
I don't know. It seems
Kevin
like an
Owens.
upper mid
I mean,
carder.
Kevin Owens is over, but I mean, I don't know. They just need. I think they just need to give him a good program.
Perhaps, yeah.
I think maybe that's what they could do with him. Give him a good program like Sami Zayn. What the heck are they doing with him? Speaking of somebody who should go to SmackDown,
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Sami
if you want
Zayn,
to,
Kevin Owens at Battleground and hasn't done anything since.
yeah, I mean, like you beat the guy who's
Literally done
champion
nothing.
what, a
Like
month or two later, and
faced,
then
he was in like a tag match at SummerSlam and faced Braun Strowman and got his ass kicked. That was about it. Because they had him
basically,
freaking. I think they had him lose to Braun Strowman. I don't know. I still think Sami Zayn and Cesaro should both go to SmackDown. Give them like. Well, there's some people that are being underutilized on SmackDown as well, so I can't really put all the blame on Raw. Like Tyler Breeze and Fandango are being underutilized. Well, that's Fandango's. Well, it's Fandango, but Tyler Breeze is being underutilized. So is
mhm.
Apollo Crews, in my opinion. Where's he been?
I don't know how much I like Apollo Crews, to be
I mean, I
honest.
like him. He's a great wrestler. I don't really think he has that big. He doesn't really have much of a character.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. He's just a smiley
A
guy.
lot of that's a problem. A lot of the problem with WWE. Not a lot of the wrestlers have great characters.
Yeah,
Like
not
for
enough
example,
story
Apollo
development.
Crews doesn't really have a great. I think he should have stayed on NXT another 6 months, maybe. Because well, NXT's okay right now. It's not really that great because they're kind of in a rebuilding period.
Hmm.
They're in a rebuilding period, and they're still trying to get more stars to come to NXT. Like they still got Nakamura, Joe, who's probably coming up very soon. They've got freaking Bobby Roode, who just came in. Roderick Strong just came in.
Austin Aries.
Austin Aries, who I think is out for the rest of the year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He injured like something. He injured like an orbital bone in his face or something.
Ugh.
It looked really bad. Just look it up on Twitter. Um,
Austin Aries undergoes
the
surgery.
things that I think are really lacking on NXT are the women's division and the tag division. I mean, there's literally two good tag teams.
Mhm.
Well, actually, technically, there's like four now because there's TM61, the Revival, Sanity, who just debuted about a month ago. You know who they are, right?
Vaguely.
It's Sawyer Fulton and Christopher Wolf, I think is his name. And
Hmm.
then their managers are Nikki Glencross and Eric Young.
Hmm.
Yes, Eric Young.
Eric Young is
Uh,
the manager. Interesting.
yeah, it's a pretty decent idea. They're kind of like it's kind of like the movie The Purge.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm watching this thing right now. The whole effing show is talking about how they're trying to say that Bailey basically killed her entire career on a promo she cut on Raw Talk.
Interesting. I just kind of passed by an article about that. What is this? I've not
It's like a
watched.
Raw Talk. It's like a promo. Bailey was talking, and she cut kind of a bad promo on Raw Talk.
Oh no.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't say her career's dead. I mean, she literally just got up there.
What'd she do? Did she like?
Like, remember that Michael McGillicuddy promo from a few years ago?
Oh no, not the genesis of McGillicuddy.
Kind of like it's a tiny bit like that.
Booker T to Bailey after her promo on Raw Talk. You can do a lot better than that. Oh no.
Bailey's not. I mean, I don't know. I think she still needs. She still needs. It's not dead yet. She literally just got up there 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and I feel like she could. And it was also on Raw Talk, and not a lot of people watch Raw Talk.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's a post show. It's a post show. Come on. I mean, she lost to Nia Jax last week, but I mean, we got to be patient with these kind of things. I
Yeah,
mean, look what NXT. Look on NXT. Remember when she won the championship a few months before that? She was jobbing out. No, she was losing to people like Dana Brooke and Emma and whoever.
oh yeah,
It could end up like that. I mean, the rumor is Sasha versus Bailey at Mania. So I hope that happens.
I do too.
Be the freaking greatest women's WrestleMania match of all time. Last year's women's division match was really good. You remember that match, right?
Which one now?
Last year's when they first introduced the women's belt and they had Sasha and Becky.
Mm-hmm. That was
really good. All right, back to what we were talking about. We were talking about the women's division. We were talking about the tag division in NXT. Let's see. It was we were talking about Sanity and then TM61, who's good, I guess. I don't really care. Revival, who's the best heel tag team probably in NXT, and they're the best old school tag team, I believe, probably one of the best old school tag teams in the company. They're really good. I'm not a big fan of them, but they're really good. I respect them. And then who's the last tag team? Oh, the Authors of Pain. They're really good, dominant tag team, I think. But I'm still not a big fan. I'm not really a big fan of any tag teams currently on NXT.
Stay Ascension.
Ever since like American Alpha moved up,
yeah,
there hasn't really been a great tag team that has really gotten me invested.
Yeah, I almost feel like
I mean, they did have Kota Ibushi teaming up with TJ Perkins for a tiny bit.
There you go.
That was because Kota Ibushi was in the tag division and he was going to team up with Hideo, and then Hideo got hurt again. Well, and then they replaced him with TJ Perkins, and they were a tag team for a tiny bit. I'm pretty sure Kota Ibushi's not even under contract, so that's not going to go. That's not going to go anywhere.
I don't know. TJ. I don't know.
Hey, TJ Perkins is good.
Yeah,
he's good.
A good wrestler, but
he's good. He was pretty. He didn't really have much of a storyline as Cruiserweight Champion. Now Cruiserweight Champion is the Brian Kendrick.
I'm not a fan of TJ Perkins.
What about Brian Kendrick?
I don't know. I'm not a big Cruiserweight guy.
You're not a big Cruiserweight person? I feel like you'd be like the mark for the Cruiserweights.
I know. I just feel like I don't know. There's just no story.
You gotta at least like Brian Kendrick, or I don't know who else. Rich Swann, who's got the freaking best entrance out of all of them. I like TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins is a great entrance too, with the whole video game vibe kind of thing. It's kind of cool. It's a cool song.
There you go.
Okay. Moving on to like NXT Women's Division, there's literally only like 2 females, and then all the rest are kind of like there. Asuka and Ember Moon, and then after that it kind of drops. That's why they're having Asuka face Mickie James at the next takeover. If you haven't heard about that,
yeah, maybe Mickie James should just be like permanent.
I don't think she should be permanent NXT. No,
just throw money at her. See what happens.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Trish versus Asuka, but then Trish got pregnant.
Oh, what a match!
Yeah, it was because it's in Toronto. Because the next takeover is going to be in Toronto.
Oh right.
So they're having Mickie James versus freaking Asuka, which I think will be a really good match. I want to see Bailey versus Mickie James. I feel like that'd be a great match.
Mickie James is exciting.
I mean, Mickie James and Bailey, to a degree, when Bailey first started, were very similar. When they first started, or when Bailey's gimmick first started. Because because Bailey's character over the years has really evolved, which hasn't been seen on Raw. But NXT evolved from like obsessive, creepy kind of fangirl to hugger.
There we go.
So just watch some of her early stuff. Bailey's early stuff was freaking hilarious. Like there's just look it up on YouTube. It's pretty funny stuff. But then it got serious, and now she's up on main roster. Do you think Survivor Series is going to be good?
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited for it at the very least.
I think it'll be interesting. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. My question is, why are people interested in that?
I mean,
I could see why, because Goldberg's coming back, and I like the fact that he's back, but it's against Brock Lesnar. Their first match was awful. It was awful.
I mean, I'm excited for it, but I don't know.
I mean, it could be an improvement over the first one, since the first one you have to consider that both of them were leaving the company and basically didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Lesnar. But I still have my doubts. My expectations will be lower, but I'm not saying that the match is going to be a total dud. Because it could be okay. I don't expect it to be a barn burner.
Yeah, I mean, Goldberg, when I saw him against Rusev, it's kind of...
Oh, I heard that wasn't very good.
It wasn't.
I think maybe he's got rust or something. Maybe he's just old. I don't know. If it's just a one-off, then whatever.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, honestly.
They should have had Sting face The Undertaker, just saying.
Oh, it would have been so cool.
Instead of Triple H, since now he's retired.
Because apparently Sting still wants to face Undertaker, but I don't know how that's going to
Yeah, why didn't they just have him face Undertaker? Like, I know they didn't know that he was going to be injured, but still, I mean, come on now. We have a viewer.
You could have done it at WrestleMania 30.
We have a viewer. Who the heck is our viewer? Let me look real quick.
They had it in their hands.
They had the whole world in their hands.
They had the whole world. Yep, indeed. Oh, another news. WWE rumors. Ryback claims he was drugged at Halloween party posted by Bray Wyatt.
What the heck? I've never heard of that before. What in the world?
Good.
Alright, okay. I've never heard that thing. That's weird. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. To make things even more awkward, Ryback started flirting with Bray Wyatt's wife.
Bray Wyatt has a wife? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of surprising, too, actually.
Maybe
By the time that Wyatt
he made her follow
the big guy was giggling in bed.
I bet he made her follow the buzzards. Just saying.
Oh,
God.
What is this? Oh, Beau Dallas is there too. Nice.
We love Beau Dallas.
We're doing.
Why don't you like? My question is, why don't you like Beau Dallas? Like, your name is Beau.
Hey, there you go. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. We'll have to disagree on that one. I'm sorry.
Funny. He's hilarious.
I mean, perhaps.
Something about him.
Well,
there's something about Beau Dallas I just love. I think he's just so ridiculous. I mean, I know you don't like Curtis Axel either, but I think Curtis Axel's underrated as well.
Maybe, I don't know, the Genesis and McGillicuddy promo.
I know. That promo was one of the worst I've ever seen. I mean, well, no, it's not as bad as the freaking what was the Roman Reigns Beanstalk promo?
Oh, that was just
that was the worst. That was one of the worst promos. One of the worst promos I've ever seen. So, like I'll admit Roman Reigns has gotten a lot better. I feel like they're booking him a lot better now than what he was in early 2015.
Not just complete, yeah.
Well, anything wouldn't be better than Roman Reigns booking in early 2015.
Sami Zayn booking in 2016? No.
Oh, God. Oh, Sami Zayn went from having match of the year in 2014 with Adrian Neville, and now he's
Okay.
basically irrelevant. Like, what the heck?
Welcome to
And he's probably
Superstar.
my second favorite wrestler on Raw besides Kevin Owens. Even though Chris Jericho is pretty damn good, and so is Seth
Chris Jericho.
Rollins and a few other, and then Bailey and a few others. Best on SmackDown by far, in my opinion, is probably Ziggler, if not then AJ Styles.
AJ and Ziggler, yeah.
Finn Balor is coming. Also, Finn Balor is supposed to be coming back by the end of the year, so that should be good for Raw.
Very nice. Oh, also, welcome to the second person watching now.
Hooray!
Hey, hello. How are you?
You
You can type in the chat if you wish. If you have a YouTube account, interact with us.
Ask questions. I mean, that's what I love. I love when people ask questions.
If you have a YouTube account.
Yeah, if you have a YouTube account, of course.
Welcome, though. You're always welcome here.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You can now be part of Team Road Scholars with us.
Man, those were the best times on WWE 13 and 2K14. When we used to play freaking 2K, or we used to play those games all the time when we play as Team Road Scholars.
Team Road Scholars. Just with
it just won't be the same without that. Like without Team Road Scholars on the game, we could play as like the Vaudevillains or In Zone Cass or somebody. Speaking of tag team that isn't really doing anything right now, In Zone Cass.
Our friend left, Patrick. Another one bites the dust, I'm afraid.
In Zone Cass aren't doing much, and of course the Vaudevillains are basically jobbers at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they should just move the Vaudevillains back down to NXT.
I think they should go back down to NXT a little more. They should, now that I look back, they should not have turned them heel again. They shouldn't have. Because they had, remember after TakeOver Brooklyn, when they won the tag titles, they had a lot of momentum as babyfaces, and then after they lost the tag titles, turned them heel immediately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I liked them as heels initially. I mean, initially they are great heels. I mean, they are. Look at their stuff from when they first came in. When they first came in, after or to the main roster. When they first came in the main roster, when some of their promos, like when they first came in, I thought were really good.
True.
So it's unfortunate that the WWE doesn't really they don't care about the Vaudevillains. So
yeah, they have potential.
Whatever.
Just don't put them in a room with Sin Cara.
Oh my god,
it's not good.
I don't know, man. Let's think more stuff to talk about for WWE currently.
That doesn't involve
TLC is a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
What's Raw's paper? Oh, it's Roadblock. Why is Roadblock in December, and why are there two different Roadblocks in the same year?
Wait, there are two different Roadblocks in the same year?
Remember Roadblock earlier this year?
Oh yeah, that's true. Technically they are in the same year, yeah. There you go.
What in the world? Okay, now that I'm thinking about this brand split, I feel like it's a good and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah.
I like the brand split. The reason I like it is because one of the top reasons I like it is because it gives us more of it gives us a reason to watch SmackDown for one, which is my top reason why it's good. Also, it also gives us more exposure to more talent, so we don't get sick of the talent that we're being given to us prior.
That's true.
It's kind of this is kind of a good and bad thing, but it's kind of sped up careers.
I would agree, like Ziggler.
Like Ziggler and Finn Balor is the perfect example. Like Finn Balor came in, won the title in a month. Kevin Owens won the title in a month as well. I mean, like a month after being on Raw, after being drafted to Raw, then won the title. I mean, it's great. I love Kevin Owens, but I don't know. There's something, I don't know, interesting. And now there's a shit ton of titles. I hope they don't try to. I really, really hope they don't stop doing the brand exclusive pay-per-views like they did when they initially did the brand split in 2002. Because once they stopped doing the brand exclusive pay-per-views, I mean, they weren't bad shows. It was just like at one point there were like what 9 or 10 titles in WWE.
Yeah, everything's just
Now there's a lot of titles. I mean, there's the 2 world titles, there's the 2 tag titles, the 2 women's belts, there's the 2 mid card, and then there's the cruiserweight, and then I'm probably forgetting another title. So there's like 9 or 10 belts in the company.
Yeah,
I can understand it on a show like. I honestly think they should go back to what they used to do and have like a brand exclusive only one brand exclusive pay-per-view each month. I honestly think they should do that. Will they do it? Probably not. With the exception of the four big 4 pay-per-views.
That's true.
I mean, I like the pay-per-views. The pay-per-views have been pretty decent, but
yeah, sadly I haven't been able to.
I mean, Backlash was decent. Clash of Champions was great because I was at that show. Hell in a Cell was good, and No Mercy I thought was okay as well. A lot of people thought it was great. Personally, I thought it was okay. The 2 matches that I thought were there are only 2 good matches I thought there were Ziggler and Miz, and then which was match of the night, by the way, and then the triple threat title match, which was put on first because of the presidential debate. That's what did you not hear? You know about that, don't you?
The low ratings.
No, they had to put the they had the WWE Championship sorry, I'm losing my words here. At No Mercy, they had the WWE title match as the first match on the show. It was because the main reason was I believe the main reason was because of the presidential debate was that night. Starting at 9 o'clock. I mean, so it's understandable why they did it, but they ended up having the main event as Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I believe it was Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton. Yeah, it was. When the main event should have been Ziggler and Miz, in my opinion, because that was the match that stole the show.
It was.
No pun intended, since Ziggler's the show stealer. But
that was a really good match.
I don't know. What do you think? Let's just start asking random questions at this point because I'm pretty much out. What do you think's the worst pay-per-view in WWE history?
Oh gosh, well, I could give you the canned answer of December to December 2006.
I actually have watched that, and I will agree, it's really bad. It's not as bad as Heroes of Wrestling, and I only watched like 10 minutes of Heroes of Wrestling.
Yeah, Heroes of Wrestling.
Do you remember when I was I reviewed NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and then the night before, at one point I made a video a few days before. I was like, you guys want me to review Heroes of Wrestling? I never did it.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I never did it because I watched literally the first 10 minutes of the show, and I was like, nope.
Nope.
It's horrible.
Just sort of beat.
And I watched wrestling with
Richard K versus the FBI.
Yeah, so if I had to pick any WWE pay-per-view, I'd say probably December to December is the worst.
I mean, Balls Mahoney versus Matt Striker.
That and the ECW, it's probably the worst Elimination Chamber match in history.
I actually haven't seen it.
I don't know. I mean, I know it was a really short match. I don't know. ECW overall was bad because they just I don't know. I don't think they just didn't put the time and effort into it that they should have, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, It was
Have
just,
you wait? This is way off subject, but have you ever heard the story about how on an episode of OVW the boogie like Santino Morella was a plant in the crowd,
yes, I have
and
heard.
then Boogeyman he was supposed to act scared, and then Boogeyman comes up to him and he just starts laughing his ass off, and then backstage apparently Jim Cornette got really pissed at Santino and just started slapping him, and then got fired. Oh, that story still cracks me up each time.
Yeah, it is actually.
It's actually pretty funny. Maybe that's why he was given the Santino gift. Okay. What else can we talk about here? Who's your favorite wrestlers in WWE currently?
Oh, I would say, oh gosh, oh, I'm getting tired. Perhaps AJ Styles has to be up there.
For me, I'd say Owens for Raw, Ziggler for SmackDown, Ziggler or Styles for SmackDown, Bayley for Raw for women's, and then I guess Becky Lynch for SmackDown for women's.
Yeah, men's SmackDown, AJ. Men's Raw. You know, I might. If Balor doesn't count, maybe Jericho.
Balor, I'd say Balor probably counts. Balor's one of my favorites too. I mean, here's the thing about Balor. Like, I thought for like the last few months on NXT, he was a little bland. I'm not gonna say he was bland, just a tad bit bland, just in my opinion. He grew old to me, but then when he went to Raw, I feel like he kind of revitalized everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I loved Finn Balor again, like I did when I first started watching NXT. And then he got hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was quite disappointing.
Fun fact, here's a fact. Apparently they were going to do Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens at Clash of Champions.
Oh yeah.
That was the original plan. That would have been cool to see, but because I went to that show.
Poor you.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to. I've still not seen Finn Balor wrestle live, unfortunately, because he was. Oh my God, that's twice that he's been injured prior to the show. That's twice now. Okay, I'll tell you the story. So I went to NXT back in February, and he was supposed to wrestle on the show. Now, he was supposed to wrestle on the show against Baron Corbin, I think. Yeah, he's supposed to face Baron Corbin for the NXT Championship because it was an NXT house show. Finn Balor got hurt literally the night before in Nashville because they had a house show in Nashville the night before as well. Finn Balor hurt his ankle the night before, so I didn't get to see Finn Balor wrestle, but I got to see him on the show. He had a promo with Bayley. Bayley dressed up as Finn Balor. It was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty fun. No, I still think the NXT show is one of the best shows I've ever been to. It was such a fun show. And then Finn Balor got hurt at SummerSlam a month before Clash of Champions, which I went to. So yeah, that's twice I haven't seen Finn Balor wrestle live, and almost got to. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, favorite wrestlers, yeah.
Yes. Oh, side thing. I'll tell you, but side thing. Apparently, WWE referee John Cone owns a Donut King store in Kansas City, Missouri. So
that's an interesting fact.
Look up Donut King Kansas City, and you can go to the Contact Us page, and you too can talk to WWE referee John Cone about donuts. At any rate, for Raw women, I would say Sasha Banks.
And Sasha Banks is probably my number 2.
Sasha and SmackDown women, I'm not sure.
I can name them. I think I know all of them.
Definitely Carmella. No, I'm kidding.
Carmella's actually not that bad on there. I think she's good.
Good,
but she's not a favorite. I'll just say that. She's like one of those solid people that are there that I'm not a big fan of.
There we go.
Don't tell that to Heyman guy though.
Is he a mark?
He's a Carmella. His favorite's Sasha, and he's a freaking huge mark for him because if you follow him on Instagram, he has on his page is Undisputed Heel, and he obsesses over Sasha and Carmella.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. He's a cool guy though. He's got like what 25,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I like Gaming Guy a lot.
He's a lot better than he used to be actually.
No, good old Heyman Guy. I'm a fan of his. At any rate,
I think we're good.
Mr. Petrie Rocks 34. I must say, it's been quite the adventure, and hopefully, if you all have stuck through to the end, and if you're watching this live or not live, thank you. And I hope that you've enjoyed this Bruber's podcast, and that you'll come back for more on Petrie Rocks channel. Tell your friends, subscribe. Now I'm going to give you the typical YouTube outro of hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe.
This video is sponsored by Loot Crate. Oh, we don't have any sponsorship. I'm sorry.
Aw. Like on Twitter, like on Instagram, like on
me on Twitter at no, not Twitter. I barely even use Twitter. Like my wrestling Instagram page at Wrestling Breezes. Yes, you heard it right. It's Wrestling Breezes.
Wrestling Breezes, indeed.
And my PTRX34 Instagram page is my personal Instagram page, so I won't tell you guys to like that one. But I don't know, like me on or follow me on Instagram. Don't really pay attention to my Twitter account because I barely use it. How else could you guys reach me? I think that's about it, honestly. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are still on the road to 1,000 that I've been on for like a year.
Don't hop on the Trump train. Hop on the 1,000 subscribers train.
Who would you rather have as president? By the way, I honestly don't care at this point.
I would rather have Hillary Clinton.
I understand that. I don't care for either one of them. I mean, they're both awful.
Well, there you go. Hey, another person watching. Hello, sir, madam. Welcome to Bruber's podcast.
We were literally about to close out, but let's talk a little bit more.
We have a person to entertain now. Here, second person watching now. Please say something in the chat if you can, if you are able to do so. We appreciate your visit.
Jesus Christ.
We're just over here talking.
I'm gonna open up my stream on another page so I can actually see if there's actually anybody talking in the chat.
Oh, there you go. No, it's just me advertising at Wrestling Breezes. Follow, like, do all the comment.
Live control room. Okay.
2 watching now. Now I dare you, Mr. Number 2. Challenge your friends and bring in a number 3.
Beau at this point is acting like an automated
you won't regret it.
An automated voice message thing.
There you go. I'm just the perfect spokesman. Now number 2, sir, madam, or other gender, please, I implore you. Number 3, bring him in.
Open live chat in a new window. I have to open the live chat in a new window. It's odd.
Jared.
Wow, yeah, there's been literally nothing in the chat except for a cheap plug for at Wrestling Breezes.
At Wrestling Breezes, follow it.
Yeah, you guys should. Oh, we got 2 viewers again. Okay.
Well, you see, Patrick, we're just popular. Wait, Treyinator, oh my gosh.
Is Trey watching?
Trey is watching.
Heck yeah, I love that guy.
Yay. We are now popular.
I think Trey's in the party right now. I have the party on here. I'm in the party right now on Xbox, but I haven't muted.
Yay.
Okay. What was the first wrestling show that you watched?
Oh jeez. Raw.
Well,
2011, June 2011.
Yeah, that was
the earliest memory I have, I believe is of CM Punk's pipe bomb promo.
Yeah, I literally started watching like 4 weeks before you did. Then
Interesting. Well, if you got to sit through WrestleMania 27,
I remember the
with
first main
life.
event that I watched on Raw was Alex Riley and Cena versus Truth and Miz with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the special guest referee.
Nice.
It was interesting. I remember. And then a couple weeks later was Capital Punishment, which was my very first pay-per-view that I watched.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, looking back on it, it's not that great of a show, but I mean, it was my first pay-per-view, so I kind of I hold it. And then I don't know, my first and my favorite. What's your favorite pay-per-view? Probably that you've watched. Your favorite pay-per-view that you've watched.
WrestleMania 30.
Did you watch Money in the Bank 2011? Just happened?
No, I did not.
Oh, I didn't either. Unfortunately, I missed that show, and that show's probably the best pay-per-view in the last 6 years. Like that pay-per-view, look, even now it holds up. But for me, WrestleMania 30 was really good. I'd say probably NXT Takeover Brooklyn, the first one.
Also superb.
That pay-per-view is still my favorite pay-per-view and the most fun I ever had making a review. That was the best review ever, but I feel like it should have more views on my channel. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And any NXT show from 2015 was I mean, I had a lot of fun watching. Like, heck, even NXT Takeover. What was that one NXT Takeover earlier this year? The End or whatever it was called. That was a good show. And Takeover Brooklyn 2 was good too.
There you go. Now, Patrick, I regret to inform you that I believe I must go now, even though we have our second viewer other than me.
Okay. We were going to go in like a few minutes ago anyways, so I mean, it's okay.
That's true. Now, Treyanator789, aka Trey, I'm very sorry to disappoint you.
Hey, who's the other person watching?
Me.
Oh.
I'm just watching the live feed.
Way to get my hopes up. I'm just kidding.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No. Y'all need to raise us up from our glory days, or raise us back up to our glory days where we had like 300 people watching our reviews of stuff.
Oh yeah. The good old days.
The good old days. Y'all, the Petrie Rocks 34 Brigade, because everybody calls like their followers their army. Insert channel name here, army. We're now going to be the Petrie Rocks 34 Brigade.
Oh my god! Now I gotta remember. Remember that.
Yet watching.
The loyal.
Anyway.
Thanks to the two people who watched the stream. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Please comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And Beau, say bye.
Bye.
All right, see you guys in the next one, which will probably be I don't know when the next one will be.
Adios.
Okay, see ya.